There's always something around your house that maybe you'd like to change. And if so, well, why not get creative and change it without spending a bunch of money?
All right, KC mom blogger Julie Heckman is here to take us through a DIY wall pantry. First off, before we start with the project here, it's kind of a unique idea. How did you kind of come up with it, and what inspired you to make it?
So my house I actually bought when I was single, and then I got married and I gained a husband and 2 kids.
Oh, wow.
And so we went from a family of 1 to a family of 4, and the food needs in our house expanded tremendously.
Exponentially, yeah,
yes.
you jumped
and
right
so
through the roof.
My house had no pantry,
Okay.
and all of a sudden we had Sam's Club versions of food packaging in our house with nowhere to put it.
Going to the store and buying pallets of food to sustain the family. So
mac and cheese, all that good stuff.
First off, where is the ideal spot in your kitchen or in your house to go ahead and put the pantry?
So you want to make sure that you're being safe. So make sure there's no like outlets nearby. Make sure it's not part of like the main, trusses where it's supporting the house.
And we got a picture here of where you put it in your room.
So this is actually like,
or in your house.
This is the kitchen. This is the door to the garage that comes in. And so I opted for this wall here. You can see there's a light switch on the far right, but I was fairly certain that there wasn't any.
Yeah. And I'm not an electrician, but don't typically, when they have those type of outlets, they run it up and down the joist?
The stud,
so they typically, the stud, they don't typically, go crossways.
Yep, that's exactly right. So ideally, you just want to find a blank space in your kitchen that's kind of out of the way. This is actually in the entryway to our house, so it gets passed by fairly quickly, which is why we needed it recessed into the wall.
And the first thing you have to do is the demolition part, right?
Yeah, and that's the fun part. So get real angry, have a day when you're frustrated about something.
They gave me a hammer on the show today, folks. So
get your hammer out.
This is either going to be extremely satisfying or extremely embarrassing, one of the two. I can't decide.
Now you're going to have to give it quite a whack.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good 1/4 inch.
This is sheetrock.
Sheetrock here. So
this is what's in your wall, and you just have at it.
All right. Oh, yeah.
So once you kind of get it cut out, then you can take the other side of the hammer and kind of pull it out.
Claw it out a little bit more there.
Or you can take a hacksaw.
Could you also get like a little knife and score it?
Absolutely.
And then knock it out pretty good?
I didn't want to bring a knife in because I didn't know, the policy on dangerous weapons in a TV station. So we opted for just the hammer.
I'm not even sure we've had those policies, so don't even worry about it next time. So, well, no, but great idea. So you get the demo, you kind of score it out, you get to where you want, like you had in those pictures there.
Yep.
So.
And the nice thing is you can make it as big or as little as you want. You don't have to, accommodate a certain size. And then I just ended up getting trim from like that you'd actually put around like a cabinet or on the baseboard.
Some more pictures of it there. Is that kind of like the inside? So you can still see the studs in there and everything.
And so I just painted them white. You can definitely do other, the back part is just contact paper like you put inside a shelf. So you could make it pretty. You could do some like cool design work in there if you wanted to. You could even leave it open. You wouldn't have to put doors on it.
What's on the other side of yours? Like, because there's obviously another wall there. So it's like a living room or something on the other side?
It's a living room. It's actually just another wall.
Oh, wow.
So.
No, I love this idea. We have in our kitchen a little coffee bar on wheels is what we call. We roll it around, but I'd love to put this like right above that, and you can store all the coffee in it.
Yeah, a little nook. They used to have them in a lot of houses, like a phone nook when we had phones that plugged into the wall.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And so this is kind of that concept, just for a little modern.
Did you have the phone in your kitchen that had the super long phone cord on it?
Yeah, I was a teenager in the early 90s, so I definitely pulled that phone as far as it would go.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think we have pictures of the shelf bracket that we can show here, and
I
you've got
brought
one of these over here.
So this is actually just a small piece of wood, and the shelf bracket I just found on Amazon, and then they're adjustable. So you just pop these in, and you can make them however high they need to be, which is pretty handy.
Yeah. Very neat. Well, Julie, thanks for coming on the show today. Thank you for letting me break some sheetrock. That really was pretty.
It's therapeutic.
Satisfying,
Yes.
I know I only made a small hole right there, but I might have to. Can you just buy some blank sheetrock and just?
You sure can,
beat
and
the heck out of
it's really
it?
cheap.
You know what? And there's those new ideas. Did you see the Super Bowl? There was the Headstrong commercial for the people that just smash tables and glasses and everything.
Lovely.
So it's already a good idea. All right. Well, Julie, thank you very much for the great idea.
You're very
Thank you for letting me
welcome.
break stuff and try and get my creative side out too. So.